Today I'm talking about how the care you provide to your air plants can actually change their morphology or how they look. And I'm using Tillandsia streptophila as an example, which is one of my favorite plants. These Tillandsia streptophila were all grown outside in my patio in Florida. This past spring we had very intense drought conditions with no rain and intense heat. So these have all been acclimated to the shade. And you can tell because their leaves are all a green color. If you want your plants to be greener in color, keep them in a shadier location. If you want them to have redder and pinker colors, move them into the sun. Just be very careful to move them into the sun slowly and don't burn them. This is an example of a Tillandsia funkiana that was left outside in direct sunlight and the mother plant was burned to a crisp. Luckily, this is one of my rehab plants, and you can see that it's growing some healthy pups now. But it does serve as a warning to be careful if you decide to acclimate your plants to sunlight and don't burn them. What I think is really interesting with these streptophila is that they're all grown in the same conditions, except there's a different amount of airflow. These plants over here on the left are closer to a fan, and you can see that their leaves are tighter to the base and curlier. And these plants over here on the right are further away from that same fan, and you can see their leaves are straighter, not as tight to the base. Also interesting is how their hung impacts their shape. So this plant is not rotated, and you can see the top from where it's hung. The leaves are smaller and tighter and curlier, and the leaves on the bottom hang down longer and looser. So I encourage you to experiment with your air plants. There are so many interesting shapes that you can really get creative. And I'd love to hear what your favorite growing conditions and favorite plants are. Thanks for watching.